No!
Hey, look, he's only trolling and shooting him.
Oh my, mommy, I need a heal!
Oh my god, you need a heal, come here!
I'm coming!
Come here! Alright, meow, meow.
Meow! Hey! Thank you, mommy!
No problem!
I know it has been 4 months, but I'm back, and with a very different type of video compared to my other two. To be honest, I really couldn't be bothered to play zombies, and Csgo and Valorant have been pretty much the only games I've played for the past 2 months. So, I thought it would be good to compare the two, especially because most people who do compare them are people who are the highest ranked in both of the games. For example, Jigen's video I watched after finishing my script, Radiant on Valorant, and Global on CS. You want to know my ranks? Plat 1 on Valorant and Gold number 2 on CSGO. I have been higher on both, but they are my ranks at the moment. So since I am around the average ranks of both of the games, this video should appeal to the majority of both communities and make them at least give the other game a chance. If you do disagree with any of the points I make, or even if I get anything wrong, let me know in the comments. I'm very new at this, and this is all mostly my opinion.
Because he dates all the streamers. I mean, no, I actually do want to stream a girlfriend though, so we can, you know, like play Valorant and stuff on stream, and I can be like, every time you get a kill, I'll give you an Allah.
What?
If you ever choose to play an online game, you're going to end up interacting with its community at some point. And if you know stereotypes talking about both of these games, this is not going to be surprising. But almost all of the toxic people I met in Valorant were sexist and cringe, and on CSGO they were sexist and Russian. Obviously, this is just the toxic people, and since every game ever made has them, it's unfair to just say one game is worse because I got lucky queuing into them. So I'm going to compare the game's YouTubers. Here are the best Valorant YouTubers. And by that I mean, these are the only good Valorant YouTubers. And one of these aren't even like a proper YouTuber, I just thought he was a good player. The majority of Valorant content creators are so lazy. Everyone has seen the videos of people who meow down the mic and upload it, which compared to some people who smurf for content isn't even that bad. And the fact that the people who smurf for content in the community and been labelled as educational are some of the biggest content creators is saying something. Now this might seem biased, and that's because it is. But CSGO YouTubers are so fucking good. Every single CSGO YouTuber is so different and unique. Whereas on Valorant, there are like 50 different YouTubers who get their EK to say something every single time they get a kill. Now, I really didn't need to, but I did pick 3 CSGO YouTubers I like, and Anomaly, just to compare both games. But honestly, I would rather watch Anomaly than any of the Valorant YouTubers. And I don't even like him that much compared to some other CSGO content creators. So I am going to say Valorant YouTubers are way worse, but the average Valorant player is nicer than CSGO, just to give it some credit.
What was this?
Dragon Lore Op versus Elder Flame Op. I have to go with the Elder Flame because, I mean, it's just so cool. You literally have a dragon in your hand. The CSGO one, it just looks like a drawing. $8,000 or something like that? Come on, guys. You'd rather have a drawing of a dragon rather than an...
Oh my god. Bro. That explains so many things right now.
Skins are probably one of the most controversial parts of comparing these two games, which is strange, because I think it's really clear which game has superior skins overall. Let's compare these two Karambit skins. Which would you rather have? Purely on looks, I would take the Reaver Karambit. Has a cooler pull-out animation, there's more detail on the knife, and the Inspector's able to be spammed, making it a lot more satisfying to just use in-game. But, if you look at the Karambit in your Valorant inventory, you can see that in total, there's 4 different variants, meaning everyone who buys the knife will just use the same 4 variants as everyone else. Then, you look at your CSGO Karambit and see it has these wacky numbers on the information button. These tell you its word rating and its pattern. I won't go into detail on them because I don't know that much myself. But if you do want to learn more, I suggest watching this video on screen. It pretty much explains everything important. But these make every single CSGO skin so different and unique, making the skin that you own feel like your skin. In that regard alone, it makes up for looking worse than the Valorant Karambit, making the two around even. But that ain't all. CSGO skins are worth real money. Again, I'm not going to go into it, but the fact that CSGO has an entire economy around its skins really shows how superior it is compared to Valorant, to where you just throw money into a bottomless pit and you get a funny little gun where you start to buy its animations and effects. So, I think Valorant skins do look better, which is kind of controversial to CS players, but CSGO has better everything else. I'm just going to say this off rip. If you asked me this question a few weeks ago, I would say the maps are around even. And my explanation for that would be if you played Valorant maps on CSGO and CSGO maps on Val, the maps would suck. But I failed to take into consideration that half of Valorant's maps suck anyway. Breeze, Pearl, Fracture and Lois. All of these maps are terrible to play on, and it ruins the motivation to play the game whenever I get them. Seeing CSGO maps, yeah, they aren't the best either, but I like them more than I dislike them. And unlike Valorant, I can actually choose what map I want to play. I won't be upset on the map I get, because I'm only going to queue maps that I actually enjoy to play.
I think there's one in Z. Care. I'm sitting in the smoke.
I'm gonna molly him then.
Okay. Okay. I just got mollied. I think they mollied me. Where does your molly hit?
I didn't throw it yet. Want me to throw it?
Yeah. Okay, I'm blind. They just fucking threw a fucking perfect flash at me.
Gameplay is by far the most important thing when comparing these two games, so I'm going to split these up into 4 different mini categories. These being gunplay, movement, team play, and since I don't know where else to put it, the ranking system. Gunplay in both games is obviously important, with it being the way you get kills. But because of Valorant's agents and abilities, it makes the guns feel like an afterthought, being something they just put in the game and ignored unless they were adding a skin. In CSGO, every single gun has a consistent spray pattern, making every single time you shoot exactly the same. Valorant has this for the first 8 bullets, but then it's random. Whichever you prefer is personal preference, but I think I prefer the CSGO spray pattern. Making it something consistent just gives players another thing to get better and improve at, giving more accomplishment to the players if they actually learn their recoil. Even though the spray pattern is personal preference, I think everyone can agree that Valorant's default guns sound and feel horrible to use. All of the guns are so bland, and they sound like stock gun sounds pulled from YouTube. Yes, the skins make it a lot better than CSGO's, but I don't want to pay £40 just to have my gun look nicer and sound nicer than CSGO's default skins. I don't know if this is a controversial opinion, but I think CSGO has some of, if not the best movement in competitive games. B-hopping, counter-strafing, air-strafing, fast climbing ladders, and because of the fact that every single player is able to do these mechanics, as long as you put in some time into learning them, separates a good player to a great player. Whereas in Valorant, the amount of movement you can do and practice is very limited. If you're playing an agent like Soba, for example, all you can do is B-hop. And even then, you go the same speed as running, and if you miss, you just slow down completely. Even though when I play Valorant, I find myself playing movement characters like Jet, Neon, and sometimes Raze, I'm only able to go super fast for a few seconds per round, because the movement is linked to abilities. And since they are simplified to just one-clicking a keyboard, it makes it a lot less satisfying to actually move around compared to CSGO. Team play is also a very important part of these two games. It's impossible to win alone, so if you want the best chance of winning, work with your team. But because of the agents and roles on Valorant, working as a team is a lot more simple. knowing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Like if you're playing Omen, you're going to be smoking the site for your team. If you're playing Jet, you're going to go in first and clear the site. If you're playing Sage, you're going to get barked and meowed at if anyone needs a heal. And because of these roles, you're forced to work as a team, making even the lowest ranks able to trust and rely on your teammates to do stuff you can't. In CSGO, working as a team is even more important than in Valorant. But in CS, because of everyone starting the same and having no special abilities, the average CSGO player feels like they can do everything themselves and just smoke and flash, only thinking about what they want to do. And because of the selfish playstyle of most CS players, team play is usually forgotten about in the mid to low ranks.
No bounce.
CSGO's ranking system is really outdated, and it is unclear how your elo goes up. I've had people tell me it's based on performance, and if you lose a game, you can still rank up. I've never seen this happen. So is it real? No, I don't know. And also, you can't see how far away you are from ranking up. You could be in the same rank for weeks without knowing if you're close to D-ranking or ranking up. And both of these problems could just be fixed by doing what Valorant's doing, and showing you how far along you are in your rank. There is no reason that you shouldn't be able to see your elo, and any game that prefers otherwise is trash. Overwatch 2. Oh, forget that game. Valorant's ranking system is way better than CSGO's. But with Counter-Strike 2 on the horizon, it'll probably change. So this video might be irrelevant in like a month or two. I don't fucking know. Now this isn't fair, but I do want to talk about it because this is one of the best parts of CSGO, and Valorant should add something like it. Even a map editor would do. Alternate game mods are incredible in Counter-Strike. There are thousands of workshop maps that are able to be played and make CSGO have so much replayability. Map reworks, hide-and-seek maps, fully functioning go-karts, all made by the community. Hell, you can even play golf. It's really incredible what the community comes up with. And because of the workshop, the game has a lot of replayability. In conclusion, play whatever the fuck you want. I just really need a video upload to give a motivation. Ice souls in my motherfucking pack. Ice souls in my motherfucking pack, boy. Ice souls in my motherfucking pack, boy. All these souls in my motherfucking pack, boy. Glide with a beam, keep a motherfucking strap, boy. Bro, bitches love talking about me at the gap.